with head football coach Steve Johnson. And Coach, back-to-back wins now, wins that you needed, and you come into another big week. But let's talk about last week first. A big 38-7 win over Carleton. What did it take to be successful?
Yeah, I think Carleton, they're doing a nice job. They've got some things to work through that they're doing a great job with, and Carleton is growing, but they're going through some things when they play somebody like us and even like the Cobbers who we're about to face. They just it's hard to play, that 60 minutes, with the depth that we have and even the experience. And so I really felt like it was a good test for us. They did a great job up front. They always play real hard. I think our speed kind of in the end, took over and stuff like that. But our players played better. We're really after. It's cliche, but we're after, that what are we going to do today to get better next, and all those things. So we want to be 1-0 every week.
Well, one of the things that's been critical all season long is you've allowed just 3 points in the first half defensively to all three teams combined. What's that mentality coming out of the locker room that makes the defense so good?
Well, I think our defensive mentality is really strong, and it's not baloney. We talk about be obedient. And that's number one because the nose guard's got to do the right thing, so the linebackers free, linebackers to the alleys, to the rovers, to corners, and so we've got an obedient group, but they're physical, they're fast to the football, and they're free to play, and that's what our coaches, Frazier, Miller, Meyer, and Pedersen, they put that together for our guys to keep it simple, but still give the other team a lot of looks, and they're just allowed to play. So. We have a fast defense, and they're, fairly veteran. We're excited about the work that they do, but our defense is really good.
Well, one side of the ball that doesn't get talked about a lot in these interviews, but I know you guys stress a lot, is your special teams. Last week you saw it pay off big time. Talk about the importance of your specials game.
It's real important. It's funny as a coach, I know the specials were good last week, but all I'm thinking about is we had a couple of 3 penalties, and those things hurt you, and those are kind of things that we need to eliminate, be smart about, do those different things. You in the special game, it's because there's not a flow as much. You have a tendency you miss your guy, and then you go chase him down. Next thing you know, you block him in the back, and so you have to be careful with those things to kind of know when to quit and let it kind of come back to you. And it's hard to do when it's just one play. But we're very excited. Part of that's the athletes that we have. If you're going to kick off to us, Brandon Marcourt and Bryce Marcourt, and it's like I'm not sure who I'd kick to. So for the coaches out there, pick it. But those guys do a great job in the kickoff return, and then our guys that blocking for them, because they're so good, they're pretty motivated, and so our kickoff return team gets really good with that, and our kicker Van Loon. Nathaniel's doing a great job all the time, and so we send down the 10 hungriest guys that we can get, and so they're excited, and so that piece that's a very big. We talk about that as being a momentum changer or keeper, and those are big plays for us. So we stress that a lot, like you said, and then in the punt game, we want to be great at field position piece on one hand, and we've got some good fakes that we're ready to work with on the punt game, but we want to be aggressive that way. But we also have a punt return with Bridge Tessler. He's pretty exciting, and so we don't know where to block because we don't know where he's going, but it's fun because he's just a good athlete. But he makes good decisions.
Well, let's talk about the week ahead. You get Concordia, who's another top 25 ranked team. You're second in the past 4 weeks. Certainly you guys know how to play big games, but this one's going to be probably the biggest so far for you guys.
It's a huge game just because it's a conference matchup. It is Concordia. We've just had great battles. We have great respect for them, and they do for us. Coach Haran does a great job with those guys, and we're friends, and so it's kind of a neat deal. But on Saturday we don't like each other very much, but the rest of the year is pretty good, but the rivalry is strong, and it's big, and there's a lot to lose and a lot to gain in this game. And I was just talking this morning to some other coaches about it's really a privilege to be in a championship type game, and that's what this is. And the more you play in them, the more you get used to them as a program, and And when we've played in those, there's just a little bit of a poise piece, and you've been there, done that. And so there's a our guys have, with the playoffs and all those different things, it really becomes it's really a privilege to be in them. At the same time, you want to play your best football.
Yeah. Well, this Saturday, Royal Stadium, 1 p.m. It's homecoming, and we're excited.
It's going to be a great crowd. Can't wait.